Okay. Maybe. Maybe we can make this work. Hey, Oliver. Welcome in. Yeah. So I have to leave here in about an hour. But I wanted to stream some today, so we're going to jump into this real fast and just start going. Because the Wednesday stream crapped out on us. We now have the internet again. But I have to leave. So. How are you doing, Oliver? Hope you're doing well. See if we can get some quick sketches in here to warm up. You play fighting games? I mean, I used to play Smash with some like pro people. That was fun. I was definitely the worst of them. But I was probably more into like Halo and stuff than fighters. Doing all right. The heat is finally cooling down here, so that's good for me. All right, let's do one more rugby. I don't feel quite warmed up yet. I'm doing these real fast, but so the name of the game today: Speed. I like doing the Dorito ears for rugby sometimes, but it's just like they don't make any sense. Just giant flappy ears. Let's get rugby. Star Wars 5 use session yesterday. Nice. Do you draw on screen or a pad? Will you be streaming during the weekend? No, I won't be streaming during the weekend. It's I'm going out of town for a wedding, so I will be gone. 5e sessions yesterday. Did you draw? I have a Cintiq Pro, so that's both. It's a screen and a pad. Because I'm bougie like that. 17. Great Horned Owling Ranger wearing a red Strixhaven uniform. I don't know what that means. What's a red Strixhaven uniform? Is that like the school uniform for Strixhaven? Okay. It's kind of like a foldy suit. I can do that. Want to reactivate my commando droid would become effectively my owner? Oh, gotcha. That's cool. Droids in the Star Wars universe are really cool. Or I guess I should say, like, I like the way they depict droids. Because they like there's for a long time, especially in the Clone Wars, instead of just being like clones are people, duh, because that's kind of what the movies were like. It was a lot of droids are people, and I like that. I like that aspect of it. And I think they've carried that through. Okay, Great Horned Owl. I'm gonna draw a big old dongus here. So all things look like donguses. I feel like because I'm going to draw fast today, a lot of these are going to be derpy, and I don't know if that's good or not. Canon is my backstory that of free will. Well, yeah, okay. I mean, I think that's pretty canonical, right? Like, all of the droids, like, have their, like, they're all sentient, right? That's the weird part about it. Unlike the battle droids from the movies, essentially are all compliant because they get their memories wiped so often. So like they just keep getting reset over and over and over again, and so they kind of lose their their sentienceness, which is that was the importance of the like the battle commander droids, is they were never reset. And so they had all this crazy data in them. And they could strategize really well because they could keep going. But all the regular battle droids, yeah, they're just like brand new, fresh off the line. And then reset all the time if they survived. So they were real dumb because of it. First one to be designed to think independently of a computer center. Interesting. This person asked for a red suit, and I immediately had a green pen. I don't know what I was thinking. We'll try this. We'll see if we can shift it. IG-88's story is pretty cool. Tiny robot rebellion. Part of me wants to just make them little wings. Maybe that's too much derp, though. That might be too much derp. R2. Talking about R. Is it RDJ2? I don't know if I know RDR2. Oh, Red Dead Redemption. Sorry, I was thinking about band. There's a band called, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, RJD2. There we go. Ghost Rider's a good one. It's very classic. I'll put a link to it in the Discord. Ba-dum-bum. I don't know why he's got a clipboard. There's an Alan over here with like a magic card or something. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? We'll give him a clipboard like that. The hell am I doing here? Who knows? It's too early. The brain's not working yet. Ha-ha! Okay, there we go. I think we're about done with this guy. I'm going to enroll the next one. And we'll go from there. A little more detail on the cuff here. Oh, I forgot the wings. Shoot. I don't know why the Aarakocra have giant wings that don't really fit anywhere. It's frustrating to me, but I'm a big fan of them having, like, arm wings. I like that a lot. Has the Kython been made yet? Nope, not yet. Sorry, Clipto. But we are moving on to the next one, so we'll see what happens. Bum, 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 bum. The dice gods are fickle creatures sometimes. 10. A variant human rogue artificer who tries to convince people they're really a wizard using practical effects and stage magic. Nice. Sounds like Mysterio, but that's okay. We're just not going to draw Mysterio. He's got to have a mustache, I think. I think that's what's going to make this character. Did I pick like a 10-hour version of this song? Is that what it was? No, it's just really long. All right, we're good. It's a good song, though. Does anybody have fun plans for the weekend? Anything cool going on? I think I'm on commission sometime. Nice, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Let me know. Usually the best way to contact me is either through the Discord. There should be a link down below for the Discord, or you can email me. I think my email is down there somewhere. If not, people have also contacted me through like ArtStation or Reddit. I haven't checked Reddit in a while. I kind of removed myself from Reddit. So there's a couple different ways to get a hold of me, though. I want to set up a commission page so people can just like go there and fill out all the stuff, but I've not yet gotten that going. So oops. We're going for Doctor Strange vibes here. Somewhere between Doctor Strange and the Fall Guy, I suppose. I guess he was not a special effects. He was a stuntman, right? Maybe he should have suave hair. Very suave. Nice and combed. Maybe a little poof. Maybe a little poof coming up. That's not bad. I like that. Gonna play some mod file 4. Nice. Enjoy. Have fun. We'll catch you later. Look at me, I am definitely a wizard. just got like a regular stick. Huge sleeves. You gotta hide everything in the sleeves. Do do do, bum bum bum, bum 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 bum. Oh, my neck. Poppity pop pop pop. Do you think you'd have like a stupid name? Like a weird stage name? The Great Fabricio? Or do you think he'd take himself seriously and like find a really good wizard name to have? How competent is this guy at pretending to be a wizard? That's the question. Zim zap zabooble. I feel like he needs something else. Maybe a cape? Cape feels right. Do a cape. I guess he has to have a book, right? So we'll give him a wizard book, even though he doesn't know how to read magic or whatever. So the Necronomicon, he's just got like a silly face painted on a book. Yes, this is definitely a wizard book. This is gibberish. Well, maybe to you. Just add a little texture in here, and then we'll probably call it. Elliot, welcome in. Curl that mustache up, and then I think we're done. Okay, moving on to the next one. We're gonna try to get through a couple of these real quick. 8. The male white-feathered Kenku barbarian screaming and wielding 2 massive greatswords. Okay. Kenku Greatsword Barbarian. Monkey Grip Kenku, yeah. Used to call it Titan. Titan Grip. Titan Grip or Titan Mauler. Maybe that's a World of Warcraft thing I'm thinking of. Time is it? 8 o'clock? Alright, I got a little bit of time left. It was 3.5 feet? Okay. I'm not sure I'm happy with this shape. Let's try this. Let's try this a different way. I'm like really far away from my keyboard right now, so let's try moving a little bit. Does seem like a little Zapdos? Yeah. Let's get the body shape first, and then we'll go from there. There we go. That's better. 1 second. Da-ba-doo-da. Okay. Oliver, welcome back. I don't know if I've ever drawn a Kenku without a shirt on. I've always drawn them in a pretty traditional, like gis and kimonos and stuff. Meridon, welcome in. Liking the vibes on this one? Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. I like it. The Barbarian Kenku is not something I've seen much, so I dig it. I gotta give it huge, massive great swords here. Because if you're gonna use two-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, like they gotta be big. They gotta be just like unnecessarily big. Because otherwise they just look like normal weapons. Nobody wants that. We need like guts weapons. Buster sword. What is Guts' sword called? I can't remember. It has a specific name. Klaus is called the Buster sword. Shoot. Corviknight? Corviknight, huh? What's that from? Sounds really familiar, but It's Pokemon? Oh, okay. Gotcha. I think that starts with a Rookity, right? The best of all Pokemon. That's not true. Armored Raven. All right. Oh, wait. He can't do that. He's got feathers. Can't have bracers and feathers. Screws everything up. Core Squire, Corviknight. Got it. It's finally happened where I'm 2 generations behind on Pokemon now. Like since the last time I played any Pokemon. And so I'm lost. When the new Pokemon come out, it's like, dang it, I don't know what that is. I think I drew this hand too low. Try to bring it up like that. Make this sword bigger, because why not? Make the blade a little weird, because it's more fun that way. I just realized the head's kind of all crooked here. That's better. That's better. Gen 8, barely too late. What gen are they on now? Maybe I'm 3 behind. I played a little bit of Sword and Shield, and that was about it. Black and White was probably the last one I just played. Like I beat and I played through the game. Current gen is 9. Oh, okay, so I'm not that far behind. Who was introduced in Sword and Shield? Okay. When I played Sword and Shield, I just tried to beat it. I didn't actually I didn't fill out the Pokedex or anything. So maybe I should go back and do that someday. Okay, I think I'm done with this guy, just because I need to move on. It's now 8:20. I can probably get one or two more in before we call it. 9. Small human girl draconic sorcerer with draconic horns. Okay, we can do that. Small human half dragon. This is it, human. I feel like as soon as you get any kind of magical splicing of becoming a half dragon or a tiefling or something, your ears immediately become pointy. I think that's just I think that's just how it happens. What's up, Skip Cat? It really smells like somebody just sprayed bug spray in my house. I don't know what's going on here. I'll be right back. 1 second. What does the nominous clause mean? It's little or something else? No, it's literal. Yeah. We had a whole bunch of people. Essentially, if you say I want a human mage, but it's a mimic, but it's a changeling, it's I'm gonna draw it as a changeling, or I'm gonna draw it as the thing it is. Because if you just tell me to make something look like something else, then I'm not gonna do that. We used to have people do that all the time, relentlessly. So I put a little stipulation there. Trolls are just it being a common idea. Both. Both is the problem. Mostly trolling. Most people trolling. But also, it's just what I've noticed when people. I used to say no changelings, but I've changed my mind on that one because I can draw a changeling. I can draw a doppelganger. I wouldn't have a problem with people suggesting mimics, but usually what that means is like, I want you to draw something super weirdly elaborate, and then give it teeth and eyes. And it's just like, I don't want to draw an outhouse 30,000 times. Yeah, people trying to be clever and creating bad drawing instructions. That's essentially what it is. So, they just take too much time, too much effort to try to figure out what people are trying to get drawn. So we just ban them. I think the last one we drew was a goblin Santa that was literally covered in mimics. Like, the hat was a mimic, the bag was a mimic. I'm just like, it's funny and silly, which I don't want to like squash people's creativities, but it's not conducive to a live stream environment. That rule is there for your protection. Where did you learn to draw, by the way? I've obviously been meaning to learn, but so much effort. I mean, that's mostly it. It's mostly just effort. I learned to draw from my mother and from my friend in like elementary school. Beyond that, I went to college for computer graphics, essentially, is the easiest way to say it. I have an architecture degree, but it does a lot of 3D. So I did some traditional art classes like sculpting and Photoshop, but most of that was like photo editing and stuff. So a lot of it is just, yeah, lots and lots of practice. Knowing how to practice, knowing how to take critique, knowing how to give critique, those are all important things. If you want to learn how to draw, though, a big thing you can do is just go online and look at like Proco is really good. Scott Robinson's really good. Depends on what you want to draw, really, and what kind of style you're getting into. Because like if you want to do traditional sketching, that's going to be a different mindset than learning how to do like digital painting. So it's very, very different. I think that might be a lot of the like barrier to entry is people not actually knowing what they want to do, that's fine. That's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just something you have to try things until you find something that you really like, whether it's like watercolor or traditional paper, like pen and paper, pencil and paper, chalk, that kind of stuff. I like digital art, but digital art's a little harder to get into because you have to buy the equipment. I'm learning digital to do the greater ease of application nowadays. Yeah, there you go. So if you can do it with a mouse, but the mindset has to be a little different than it would be if you were using like a tablet. And if you are using a tablet, then that's great. You're on a good way. A lot of the practice is just getting used to like line weight and line thickness, like understanding the control of your own pen and stuff. And then once you kind of have that down, you can do whatever you want with styles. Skip cat, you don't get anything right now. Nope. You get head scratches. That's it. Robot Pencil's another good one. If you look up Robot Pencil on YouTube, he does a lot of really cool tutorials, but he also sells classes. I used to watch his stuff before he started like monetizing a lot of it. I mean, not that monetization is bad, but it was like he started selling classes, and so he stopped putting out a lot of the same content. And he does more like concept art. If you want to learn concept art is also can be broken into tons of different things, from like environmental storytelling to character composition and stuff like that. So try to figure out what kind of thing you want to do. Try to find a style you like, and then emulate it. That's it. That's the best way to do it. Okay, there's my little dragon girl. I guess she needs a tail. We'll give her a dragon tail. Maybe some scales. There are. Yeah, there's a lot of good options. Getting into drawing is not hard, I don't think. Like, I mean, my professors used to say, like, if you can't explain something with a pencil, you can't explain it well. And like that's the thing. Like the tools you're using are not as important as just getting into the mindset of wanting to create something. So you can kind of sit down and just doodle with a pencil on the table, and that still helps you improve your art because you're just doing it. So big thing is to decide between medium and art style. Yeah, I mean, like the big thing for me is like I have a very unique style that I like, that I can't emulate, which I could if I really like took the time and practiced, but I don't care to because I like the style that I have now. So it's like there's the art I like, there's the art I do, and there's the art I can do that I don't like, which is kind of like the way I draw rugby. Rugby is really cartoony. I don't really enjoy drawing super cartoony things anymore, but it's something I can do, and it's just something you kind of figure out as you go. I spent a lot of years drawing cartoony stuff, so I have a lot of practice in it, and I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. 3. Female elf, Oath of Silence Paladin. Female Oath of Silence. What is the Oath of Silence? I don't know that one. Can I draw a female elf paladin? Hell yeah. Can somebody tell me what the oh, it would cover her mouth then? Yeah, I don't know. So I don't think that's a real thing, is it? Draw less, doodle more. Yeah, there's something I notice a lot of people will get hooked up on trying to finish a piece. Like, oh, I never finish anything, or I don't like the things that I finish. And usually the things I see that happen the most are people will do their first, like, rough sketch and then try to finish it and spend so much time, like, adding the detail and shading it. But, like, the first sketch was just kind of not good. Like, it was too rough, right? So all the polish in the world isn't going to make that good. Really what you should be doing is you should do like a really rough sketch and then a refinement and then like a detail refinement on top of that. And like these can be different layers if you're doing it digitally, which is great. And then your final detail, like shading and color and like final. So like you're going to draw the same thing 4 times. That's good practice, right? If you get to this stage and you're like, I'm not feeling this anymore, start over. Just pick something else. Draw something different. And then if you're like, hey, I really like that sketch I did, even though it's really crappy, it's like, cool, draw it again. Draw, like, iterate on it over and over again until you're really, really happy with it. And if you get to this stage and you start shading it, you're like, yeah, this elbow's all screwed up. Start over. Do again. Like, the more you draw, the better. And every time you redo something, you'll do it faster the next time. So, like, don't ever be sad that, like, you feel like you failed on a piece. Just try it again. It's totally fine. When I'm doing commission work, like, this is easy to see, like, oh, this is done. Oh, this is actually just like a sketch, right? I do sketches here. If I was doing this as a commission piece, I would spend probably 10 hours on these, and I would take time, like, refining and doing it over again and again. So digital is really, really cool for that because it makes refining so easy versus traditional media where, like, you have to actually like either use transparency paper or, like, there's a couple different ways you can do traditional media and do different multiple layers, usually through tracing or photocopying stuff. Some of you that are astute viewers of the Discord might know that I have a propensity for drawing mostly naked elf girls with masks on. So this is going to be kind of right up my alley because I like drawing armor, but I also just draw a lot of elf, sexy elf ladies. So I think I can do this one pretty good justice pretty quick here. We'll see what happens. So if it's an oath of silence, I'm just going to make like basically a blank mask like I normally would. So par the course. And then maybe we'll give it some, like, interesting decorations around the mouth or something. Ooh, better idea. Okay, I normally do, like, no eyes, but since we're doing no mouth, I have a cool idea for that. We'll give her, like, a big teeth grill. Sai, welcome in. Apparently Buddhist monks can carry metal staves with them. Yeah, it was like the ring staffs. Is that what we're talking about? The ring staff might be a Taoist thing. I'm not sure. I'm looking for elements for the vow of silence. It is a 5e paladin subclass. Okay. Elliot, do you know what their main deal is? Like, what's with the vow of silence? find them really interesting. Find the paladins or elves or the stabs. I really just need to know, should I give her a spear or a sword? What is the vow of silence for? Cavalier? Priest? Follows the oath of silence, fortifies yourself a mental, repeating the tenets over and over in silence. Psychic hunter. Got it. Psychic. Psychic paladin. Cool. You're finding multiple homebrews for it? Okay. That's fine. We'll do the same thing we do for all psychic characters and just give them a little bit of X-Men mind scoosh and go from there. Maybe we'll give her a little crown. That sounds fun. There's a Pathfinder 1E monk vow. It increases ki. Interesting. It would be. It's fun playing silent characters sometimes in D&D for sure. Whether you're playing a Kenku or just someone who, like this, just doesn't talk, it can be a lot of fun. Like the silent protagonist thing. I'm a big fan of. Mind you, I'm usually the face of the party, but that's just because I'm a freaking loudmouth idiot. What if we give her like lipstick? But then, I was gonna say just like basically paint the bottom half of her mouth. Or should we go back to giving her like an armored faceplate? Armored faceplate could be kind of cool. No, I kind of like this idea. Almost like Mad Max style. We'll let her hair come out the top because I think that's cool. Yeah, we'll give her like a... There's a spell called Iron Beard in Pathfinder 1 that I really like. It gives you a headbutt attack, but it makes it really hard to cast spells. I think that's funny. So it's something you can kind of curse people with. I was trying to make this look like cloth. But now she's missing a belt. Give her a big old lance. Why not? All right. I think that's about where I'm going to call it. It's 8:50. I got to get going. I got to get on the road. Thanks again for hanging out today, everybody. Sorry it was so early. Sorry about Wednesday where the internet cut out. It's going to be a hot weekend, I think, for most people. So try to stay cool. Stay safe. Don't do anything too ridiculous. Sacred oath of silence. But yeah, thanks again for hanging out. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. I don't think there's anybody to raid, so we're just gonna call it here. But we'll be back next week, and we'll go from there. So thanks again. Bye, everybody. Oh, I gotta stretch. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye. Oh my, it's broken. It done be broken.